Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Bricks Are Life. News travels fast these days, so I'm assuming that you may have heard about the new UCS Death Star that's coming out towards the end of this year. In case if you haven't, well, spoiler alert, now you have. Let's get started by getting a few things right. There are four pertinent aspects about this set that you should be aware of. Number one, the set's official name is the UCS Death Star 2. Number 2, the set number is 75419. Number 3, this set will be released on the 1st of October 2025. And lastly, number 4, the set's retail price will be $999.99 US. Why don't we just round it off to 1,000 US dollars? There are a couple of things that we don't yet know about this set. They are the number of minifigs this set will come with and the number of bricks that the UCS Death Star 2 will be constructed out of. Let's start with what we already know and what we have at hand. Here is the UCS Death Star 2, and here is the UCS Death Star. Let's get started by comparing what the new 2025 UCS Death Star 2 might look like compared to the OG Death Star 2. The OG UCS Death Star 2, set number 10143, was released back in the year 2005, and back then it retailed for $270 US. This set comprised of 3,449 bricks. Fast forward 20 years, we're all set to see a possible reincarnation of the UCS Death Star 2. Like I said previously, I'm unsure of how many pieces the new set will comprise of. Honestly, I'm not saying that LEGO set's price haven't gone up. However, how will LEGO justify a set that is nearly 4 times as much as its predecessor? I say so because of a few reasons. The first reason being the OG Death Star 2 was adequately detailed and beautifully presented with a plaque, a stand. It practically came as a full package. However, no minifigs were included in this set. I'm just unsure about how the new 2025 UCS Death Star 2 would present itself in terms of aesthetics. The second reason is that the new UCS Death Star 2 should trump its predecessor in certain aspects, such as the scale of the build, the size of the build, and the number of minifigures or accessories that may accompany it. Otherwise, LEGO collectors and aficionados alike would not have a reason to buy the new set if its predecessor is good enough. What would really work with the launch of the 2025 UCS Death Star 2 is that if LEGO releases it as part of the line of the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars anniversary sets. Moreover, if they release it with an exclusive GWP or gift with purchase. As we all know, the OG UCS Death Star 2 includes a mini build of the Super Star Destroyer. What would really be cool is if the new UCS Death Star 2 would include a similar mini build that portrays the iconic scene from Return of the Jedi when Wedge Antilles flies his X-Wing and Lando Calrissian flies the Falcon into the framework of the Death Star 2 and blows up the core. It would be spectacular if LEGO does a 2-in-1 build with the new UCS Death Star 2. The first build being the standard build like the OG build here, and the second build portraying that iconic scene from Return of the Jedi. Switching gears, let's move on to the Death Star, set number 10188. This set was released in the year 2008, and back then it retailed for $400 US. This set comprises of 3,803 bricks. This set has 354 more bricks than the OG UCS Death Star 2, and it commanded an increase of 130 US dollars 3 years after the release of the OG UCS Death Star 2. This set was much costlier than the OG UCS Death Star 2, despite the fact that it didn't include a plaque or a stand or any of that fancy stuff. Moreover, this set is arguably much less detailed than the OG UCS Death Star 2. The increase in the price wasn't potentially only because of the cost of the LEGO bricks. It was most probably because of the 24 minifigs that accompanied this set. Going by the principles of economics and keeping in mind the inflation growing over the years, the new UCS Death Star 2 has to not only trump the OG UCS Death Star 2, but it has to also trump the two Death Star models that were released during the years in the middle. Earlier in this video, I mentioned that the new UCS Death Star 2 has to justify its price point. In my perspective, this can be achieved by offering excellence in the scale and size of the build, by presenting pronounced details in the build, and lastly by offering unique elements such as minifigures, exclusive anniversary plaques or bricks, or even GWPs. The cherry on the top would be if we can build this set in two ways, like I suggested earlier in this video. Another yardstick to measure the price points of the new UCS Death Star 2 are the two sets in my background. These are the UCS Millennium Falcon and the UCS AT-AT. These sets retailed for 800 USD each at their launch, and I'm expecting the new UCS Death Star 2 to be as detailed as these sets, if not more. Hey everyone, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments on if you intend to get this set when it's released later this year in October. And also, please do leave your comments on if you have any suggestions that LEGO should incorporate before they release this set. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit that like button, share my videos with the LEGO lovers you know, and please don't forget to subscribe to Bricks Are Life for more awesome LEGO content. See you in my next video.